Hey there, everyone. My name is Young Dende, but you can call me Adam, and I'm a fan of Virtua Fighter. For the past week, when I haven't been playing Miitopia that is, I've been playing the latest release in this thought-to-be-dead fighting franchise, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. And I know what you might be thinking. Adam, my favorite FGC content creators have been telling me to play this because they want Virtua Fighter to come back. Should I, even if I might not be interested? My answer to that is yes. There was this interesting article by the Option Select called "We're giving Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown a 10 out of 10 because the fate of this franchise rests on this mediocre port," and I hate to agree, but it's true. You see, friends, the Sega that existed back when Virtua Fighter was at its peak is not the same Sega we know today, and it was frankly surprising when Virtua Fighter Cross Esports was unveiled at Tokyo Game Show. I, for one, was excited to see my favorite fighting franchise make a return, and lo and behold, we have a full-blown remake of my favorite title within that franchise dropped into our laps on the 1st of June. Well, how is it? It's the same Virtua Fighter experience we all know. The fat of other fighting games is largely trimmed here in favor of a focus on the basic rock, paper, scissors of strikes, throws, and blocks. To the uninitiated, it may seem clunky and janky, but for those willing to engage with it, the fluidity of its systems will open up to you. Like most fighters, it takes practice to get used to and to get good. It's very fun to play offline with your friends as per usual, but the meat of this game's experience is in its online, though it's not a very good one. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown uses Google Relays to connect players to one another rather than a traditional player-to-player system that most other fighters use, and on top of that, the netcode is delay-based, so if you're anywhere outside of these cities, your mileage may vary. Speaking from experience, the netcode is hit or miss. Sometimes I'll have flawless matches with godlike players, and other times it'll be a total lagfest. To make matters worse, the room match system, at the time of recording, this is supposed to change very soon, has yet to implement an invite feature, making it very hard to even remotely play privately with friends. I can safely say that I've played players on both US coasts and a few Japanese players, so if you need to take my claims with a grain of salt, please do so. The game is visually beautiful, utilizing RGG Studios' Dragon Engine, said engine being the one behind Yakuza 6: The Song of Life, Judgment, Yakuza Kiwami 2, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. All of the animations have been preserved as well, and Virtua Fighter's cutting-edge animation fidelity is still felt as strongly today as it was all those years ago. I know some people have been complaining about the visuals, but I personally can't see the issues. The leap is pretty massive considering how Final Showdown looked. My biggest gripe with this game has to be its lack of content aside from the standard versus modes. One of the series' biggest claims to fame was the side content, such as the Quest mode in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution on the PS2. This game only features offline training versus an arcade, with the rest of the modes being filled out by ranked matches, room matches, and a soon-to-be-implemented tournament mode. I do like the little screen showing ongoing matches at the main menu though, that's a pretty neat addition. Every character from Virtua Fighter history is here. All 9 of the original cast, Leon and Shun from Virtua Fighter 2, Aoi and Taka from 3, Go, Brad, Vanessa, and Leifei from 4, and Jean, Elblaze, and Eileen from 5. The gang's all here aside from a playable version of Dural offline as far as I can tell. Even Final Showdown had that, but she isn't really missed considering as nobody really played her seriously. Despite some content being removed, most notably in terms of the customization, and an online experience where your mileage may vary, I do have to recommend Virtua Fighter 5. After all, it's my duty as a fan of the series. I love this franchise and I want it to come back. And it's clear Sega might be willing to listen to us considering the coming implementation of an invite feature. So, I need you to do your duty and play this game as well. I don't want my favorite fighting franchise to die again. And as much as this game deserves a 7 out of 10 for what it is, we need to show Sega that Virtua Fighter is more than just a footnote or casual mention in the history of this genre. My recommendation? Download it, play it, and hopefully love it. Right now it's free on PS Plus, but it shouldn't be that expensive. After all, it's a pretty bare-bones fighting game, and there's only one DLC and it's $10, so how much is it really going to run you back even once it's not free anymore? Please, I beg you. Play Virtua Fighter 5. It's a great fighting game, and the franchise means a lot, and I really hope that you find the same sort of love and enjoyment of it that I do, and hopefully Sega can understand that we all, as in, all of us in the FGC and Sega fans in general, want to see Virtua Fighter return in a potential Virtua Fighter 6. 10年早いんだよ